Hey everyone, welcome back to English Podcast for Life. I'm Mark.
And I'm Anne. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest fears English learners have, understanding fast English.
Oh yes, I think this is in the top 3 complaints from learners. They say, Mark, I can read English fine. I can speak okay, but when native speakers talk fast, I'm lost.
Exactly. It's like suddenly your brain freezes. You catch one word, maybe two, and then, boom, you're lost again.
And you're just smiling and nodding, pretending you understand, while inside you're thinking, please slow down, please slow down.
I've been there. When I was learning Spanish, I thought, this is impossible. They talk like a machine gun.
So if you've ever felt that way in English, don't worry, you're not alone. In fact, even native speakers sometimes struggle to understand each other if the accent is different or the topic is unfamiliar.
And here's the good news. Understanding fast English is a skill, and like any skill, you can train it.
Exactly. Today, we're going to break it down. We'll explain why English sounds so fast, what's really going on when native speakers talk, and most importantly, what you can do to understand them.
And don't worry, you won't need to memorize grammar rules or do boring listening drills. We'll give you practical, real-world tips you can start using today.
So grab a coffee, relax, and let's jump in.
So, Mark, why does English sound so fast? Are we just speed talkers?
Not really. In fact, if you compare English to some other languages, like Spanish or Japanese, we actually say fewer syllables per second.
Really? So it's not that native speakers speak faster, it's that they speak differently?
Exactly. The speed you feel comes from how we connect words, reduce sounds, and skip things you'd expect to hear.
Ah, yes, connected speech. This is where words kind of melt together, right?
Yes. For example, in textbooks, you see, what do you want to do? But in natural speech, it becomes, what do you want to do?
And if you've never heard that before, it sounds like one strange long word.
Exactly. Another thing is reductions. We drop sounds. I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. Want to becomes wanna. Did you becomes didja.
Plus, we use contractions all the time. I'm, you're, he's, they've. For learners, this can make the sentence feel like a puzzle.
Right. And let's not forget that we also swallow some sounds completely. Next day becomes next day. The T is just gone.
So it's like English is wearing a casual outfit. Formal in writing, casual in speaking.
I like that. And that casual style is why learners think, oh my God, it's so fast. But it's not speed. It's efficiency.
And here's another point. When native speakers talk to each other, they don't slow down or think about clarity. They already understand the context. So they speak in shortcuts.
Exactly. Imagine talking to your best friend in your own language. You skip details, you don't pronounce every letter, and you use inside jokes. That's what's happening in fast English.
So if you feel lost, it's not because you're bad at English. It's because you're listening to a version of English that's on fast forward and missing some pieces.
Which means, good news, you can learn those shortcuts.
So Mark, if speed isn't the real problem, what is?
It's usually 3 things: vocabulary, connected speech, and context.
Let's break that down. First, vocabulary.
Right. If you don't know the words, your brain can't process them fast enough. Even if I speak slowly, an unknown word is still unknown.
Exactly. Imagine I say, the forecast predicts heavy showers this afternoon. If you don't know forecast or showers, you're lost.
And when you stop to think, wait, what's forecast? The conversation has already moved on.
Which leads to problem number 2, connected speech.
Yes, even if you know the words, if they're smashed together in a way you've never heard, your brain doesn't recognize them.
Like gonna, wanna, lemme, didja.
Exactly. Or, at the end of the day, becoming "atanaday."
And finally, context.
This is a big one. Native speakers rely heavily on shared context. If you miss the start of the conversation, you might feel like they're speaking another language.
Right. If you don't know they're talking about football and they say, he scored in extra time, it might mean nothing to you.
So when learners say, they talk too fast, often they mean, I don't have enough vocabulary, I'm not used to connected speech, and I don't know the context.
Which is actually good news, because all of those things can be learned and improved.
Exactly. And once you work on them, fast English suddenly feels much slower.
Okay, Mark. So if someone wants to understand fast English, where should they start?
With their ears. You need to train your listening the same way athletes train their muscles.
Makes sense. But how do you actually train your ears?
First, listen every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. Your brain needs constant contact with natural English.
And not just slow English. You need to hear how real people speak in movies, TV shows, podcasts, interviews.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Don't panic if you don't understand everything. Focus on the general meaning first.
Right. If you're watching a movie and only get 60% of it, that's still progress.
Second, mix your listening sources. Listen to different accents, ages, and speaking styles.
Yes. If you only listen to one accent, like American news anchors, you might be lost when you hear an Australian or Irish speaker.
Exactly. Real life is full of accent variety, so you need to prepare your ears for surprises.
What about passive listening, like playing English in the background?
That's great for getting used to the rhythm and melody of English, but combine it with active listening, where you focus 100% on the words.
So passive listening is like background music for your brain, and active listening is like a workout session.
Perfect analogy. Do both and you'll notice fast English starts to slow down in your mind.
And here's my favorite tip. Listen to things you actually enjoy. If you love cooking, watch English cooking shows. If you love football, listen to football commentary.
Yes, because when you enjoy the topic, your brain pays more attention. All right, Anne, let's be honest. Even advanced learners miss words sometimes.
True. I miss words in English too, especially if there's noise or someone mumbles.
Exactly. So the key isn't to hear every word, it's to catch the meaning.
So how do you do that?
First, focus on key words. In every sentence, a few words carry the main idea. The rest are like decorations.
For example, if someone says, because of the heavy traffic this morning, I was late for the meeting, you really just need traffic, late, and meeting to get the point.
Right. Second, use context clues. If you know the topic is about travel, and you hear flight and delay, you can guess the story without every detail.
And that's how native speakers survive too. We don't listen word by word, we listen for meaning.
Third, don't get stuck on one unknown word. If you stop to think, what does that mean? You'll miss the next 10 seconds.
Yes, just let it go and keep listening. You might figure it out later, or realize it wasn't important.
Fourth, watch body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. They often tell you as much as the words.
Exactly. If someone is smiling and laughing, you know it's probably something positive, even if you didn't catch all the words.
And fifth, ignore filler words like you know, like, I mean, sort of. They don't add meaning. They just buy time for the speaker.
Yes, remove those from your mental transcript, and suddenly English feels less fast and more clear.
These tricks don't just help with speed. They make you a better listener overall.
Mark, I think mindset is just as important as listening skills.
I agree, because if you panic when someone speaks fast, your brain shuts down.
Exactly. You start thinking, I'm not good enough, I can't follow this, and that negative voice makes you miss even more.
So the first mindset shift is this. You don't have to understand 100%. Even native speakers miss words sometimes.
Yes, I watch Scottish TV shows with English subtitles because the accent is strong. That's totally normal.
Second, remember that listening is active, not passive. You're not a tape recorder. You're trying to get the meaning, not record every word perfectly.
Third, be patient with yourself. Improving listening takes time. Think of it like building a muscle. It grows slowly, but it grows.
And fourth, don't be afraid to ask for repetition. If someone says something important and you miss it, just say, "Sorry, could you say that again?"
Exactly. People don't mind repeating themselves, especially if you're polite and smile.
And the fifth mindset tip, enjoy the challenge. See fast English as a puzzle, not a problem.
Yes, every time you understand a little more, it's a win. Celebrate those small victories.
Because once your confidence grows, you'll relax. And when you relax, you understand more.
So, Mark, once you've got the right mindset, how do you actually make fast English a daily habit?
First, surround yourself with English as much as possible. Make it the background noise of your life.
Yes, podcasts while you cook, TV shows while you relax, English music in the car.
Exactly. And make some of that fast English natural conversations, interviews, or unscripted shows.
Because scripted news or textbooks don't sound like everyday conversation.
Second, repeat what you hear. Not perfectly, just to feel the rhythm.
Even if it's only a sentence or two, it helps your brain get used to the flow.
Third, don't just listen at home. Take English with you.
Yes, if you have a commute, that's prime listening time.
Fourth, use short bursts. Even 5 minutes of focused listening is better than 1 hour where your mind drifts.
Agreed. Consistency beats intensity.
Fifth, mix in fun content. If you enjoy it, you'll stick with it.
And don't wait for the perfect time. Just start. Even if you're tired or busy, a little bit each day adds up.
Exactly. Fast English won't feel fast forever, but only if you keep exposing yourself to it.
All right, Mark, I think we've covered a lot today.
We have. We talked about why English sounds fast, what's really going on, and how to train your ears to catch it.
We also covered the tricks to get the meaning even when you miss words, and the mindset that helps you stay calm and confident.
And of course, daily practice, because without regular exposure, your listening skills won't grow.
The main takeaway? Fast English isn't your enemy. It's just English in its natural form.
Exactly. At first, it's like watching a river rushing past, too fast to catch anything. But over time, you start seeing the details, the words, the patterns, the meaning.
And that's when the magic happens. One day you realize you're understanding without translating, without thinking.
So if you feel lost now, that's fine. It means you're in the learning zone.
Keep listening, keep exposing yourself to the language, and trust the process.
You'll be surprised at how quickly your brain adapts.
And remember, every minute you spend with real English is an investment in your future fluency.
So go out there, find something you love in English, and let it fill your ears every day.
Because the more you listen, the slower fast English becomes.
Well said. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode of English Podcast for Life.
Bye, everyone, and happy listening.